All right, deep divers, buckle up, because today we are diving deep into a place I know a lot of you have been itching to explore.
Oh, and what place would that be?
We are talking about Patna.
Excellent choice. A fascinating place for sure.
You guys requested this one. And let me tell you, after digging into this excerpt from, well, it's called M1AG Z10L3, but PDF.
Catchy, right?
Not exactly the most poetic title, but the content. Pure gold. By the end of this, you won't just know Patna, you'll be practically a tour guide.
And a good one, I might add. Patna's got a lot to offer.
So, right off the bat, this excerpt highlights something pretty amazing. Patna is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. That's got to be a pretty big deal, right?
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Continuously inhabited for centuries upon centuries.
Yeah, that's a lot of centuries.
That means this wasn't just some random settlement. It was strategically important, culturally significant, powerful enough to endure all the changes and upheavals that history threw at it.
Makes you wonder what life was like back then.
I know, right?
The excerpt mentions its old name, Pataliputra, which, I have to say, just sounds legendary, like something out of an epic poem.
Oh, it was epic, all right. Pataliputra was the capital of some of India's most powerful empires. We're talking the Mauryas, the Guptas. Think emperors, scholars, philosophers.
So basically, the who's who of ancient India.
Exactly. It was a hub of intellectual and political power, the heart of a vast empire.
Makes you wonder if the people living there are just going about their daily lives, realize they were at the center of, well, everything.
It's fascinating, isn't it? I mean, you have these grand empires rising and falling, and yet life goes on. People still need to buy their groceries, go to work, the everyday things.
A human element, always important.
Always.
So let's fast forward to today. If we were to visit modern-day Patna, what would we see?
Well, for starters, there's the Golgar.
Golgar, the excerpt mentioned that. What's the story there?
Oh, it's a fascinating piece of architecture. It's this imposing beehive-shaped structure.
Beehive-shaped. Okay, that's pretty unique.
It was built by the British, and you're not going to believe this. It was used as a granary.
A granary, like for storing grain.
Yep, a massive one. You can only imagine the logistics involved in storing enough grain to feed a population that size.
Yeah, that's some serious storage space.
Today, it's a landmark, a bit of a quirky one, a sort of a reminder of those imperial ambitions.
Speaking of reminders of the past, right alongside this giant granary, we have the Patna Sahib Gurudwara.
Ah, yes, a place of immense spiritual significance, especially for Sikhs.
I was going to say, that's a pretty important site for them, right?
Absolutely. It's the birthplace of Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Sikh guru.
The 10th. So there were 9 before him.
That's right. He was a pivotal figure in Sikh history. He established the Khalsa, which is a brotherhood of warrior saints, you could say.
Warrior saints.
And his teachings on social justice and equality, they resonate even today. It's a powerful legacy.
Wow. So we've got this grand history, and it seems like there's even more to discover, especially at a place called Kumrar.
Ah, Kumra. Now that is a must-visit for anyone interested in history. You actually get to see the excavated remains of ancient Pataliputra.
Wait, so you're saying we can see the actual city?
Or at least what's left of it. And it's not just a few scattered bricks. You can see the foundations of palaces, temples, even remnants of their incredibly advanced drainage system.
They had a drainage system back then.
Oh, yeah. And a sophisticated one at that. They were way ahead of their time.
Huh. Fascinating.
And there's this amazing 80-pillared hall that's believed to have been part of Emperor Ashoka's palace. Can you imagine?
That must be something else.
It's a glimpse into the architectural prowess of the Mauryan Empire.
And then to add to that, we have the Bihar Museum.
Exactly. A perfect complement. It's a treasure trove of artifacts all telling their own stories. Sculptures, manuscripts, textiles, centuries of history, all under one roof.
It sounds like a place where you could spend days and still not see everything.
Easily.
But Patna isn't just about the past, is it? The excerpt mentions it's a modern center of education and administration.
Absolutely right. Patna is very much a thriving metropolis. It's just that it hasn't forgotten its roots.
I like that.
It's home to prestigious institutions like NIT Patna, AIM's Patna, Patna University.
Hold on, let's break that down a bit. NIT Patna, that's...
National Institute of Technology, a big deal for engineering and technology.
And IIM's Patna.
That's the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, top-notch medical school and hospital.
And Patna University, that's Well, a university, but I'm guessing it's got a bit of history behind it.
Oh, definitely. A long and rich history, early 20th century, if I recall correctly.
So you've got cutting-edge medical research happening alongside ancient rituals and traditions. That's quite a mix.
It really is. And let's not forget the student life, the cultural events. Oh, and the food.
The food. The excerpt mentioned liti choka, kaja the kua.
Liti choka, you have to try it. Imagine these smoky, flavorful wheat balls stuffed with spiced gram flour, and they're served with roasted eggplant and this tangy tomato chutney.
Okay, that actually sounds amazing.
It is. And for something sweet, there's kaja and the kua, all flaky and crispy and delicious.
I'm starting to get hungry just thinking about it.
You and me both.
But even with all the modern hustle and bustle, Patna hasn't lost touch with its traditions. The excerpt specifically mentioned Chath Puja.
Ah, Chath Puja. It's such a unique festival, deeply moving. Thousands of people gather along the banks of the Ganges, offering prayers to the setting sun.
The setting sun.
They're seeking blessings, especially for their children. And the river itself becomes part of the ritual, a symbol of that ancient connection between nature and spirituality.
It sounds beautiful.
It is, it really is.
So we have this amazing blend of ancient and modern all in one city.
Exactly. And that's what makes Patna so captivating. It's a city that honors its past while embracing the future.
It's like a living, breathing testament to the power of culture and tradition.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
So there you have it, folks. Patna, a city that's seen empires rise and fall, ideas debated, traditions passed down through generations. A visit there would be like stepping into a history book, but with really, really good food.
And don't forget the warm hospitality.
Oh, right. The hospitality. How could we forget?
It's a special place, that's for sure.
We've just scratched the surface here, folks. There's so much more to discover. But now it's your turn. If you could pick just one place to visit in Patna based on what we've discussed, where would it be and why?
Let us know.
Keep exploring, deep divers. Patna is waiting.